Luck rarely looks like a breakthrough. Sometimes it looks like a man pushing a cleaning cart. Jake worked in sanitation and maintenance on a transit hub where no one stayed long enough to learn names. The kind of place where spilled cargo, scuffed floors, and tired travelers blended into one endless shift. He cleaned corridors, cleared intake lanes, wiped down benches that no one thanked him for. People barely noticed him. That suited Jake just fine. What they didn't know was that Jake understood almost everything they said. Trade tongues, regional dialects. Military shorthand is buried inside civilian conversations. He listened while he worked, absorbing tension the way others absorb noise. He smiled when spoken to, nodded when ignored, kept moving. Luck didn't follow him. Calm did. The first argument broke out near Gate 12. Two crews, one docking slot, translation lag turning simple delays into accusations, voices rising, hands gesturing too sharply. Jake slowed his mop. He didn't step in right away. He listened. Then, without lifting his voice, he spoke, in the language both sides least expected. Just one sentence. Clear, precise, neutral. The argument stalled. Jake switched languages again, correcting a misunderstanding neither side realized they'd made. He framed the delay as procedural, not personal, gave both crews a way to save face. They backed off. Security arrived to find Jake already mopping the floor again. Huh, one guard muttered. Lucky timing. Jake didn't answer. It kept happening. A frightened traveler calmed with the right words. A tense line eased before it snapped. A near fight dissolved into embarrassed laughter. Jake never stayed long enough to be thanked. Iria noticed anyway. She worked transit analytics, tracking escalation probabilities across the station. Her charts showed a pattern she couldn't explain. Whenever things don't go wrong, she said one night, watching Jonah polish a rail, you're nearby. Jake shrugged. Floors get dirty where people stop moving. You speak at least 6 languages, she said. He met her eyes for the first time. Calm, steady. More, he replied, then went back to work. The real test came during a redirected arrival, a refugee transport misrouted into the hub. Tired families, conflicting orders. Fear turning small misunderstandings into panic. Security was stretched thin. Jake pushed his cart straight into the crowd. He spoke gently, slowly, in their language. He told them where to sit. What would happen next? Who would help them? His voice never rushed, never wavered. They listened. Others followed. By the time command arrived, the situation was already stabilizing. No restraints, no injuries, no shouting, just people breathing again. Iria watched from the upper level, something clicking into place. You're ex-military, she said later. Jake wiped his hands on a rag. Was. You hide it. I clean floors now. That's not what I meant, she said. Jake looked out at the corridor, families being guided toward temporary housing. People don't need heroes, he said quietly. They need someone who believes things can go right. If you've ever been the quiet reason a bad moment didn't get worse, take a second to like the video. This story is for you. The hub didn't change overnight, but arguments are shortened. Lines moved more smoothly, and when tensions rose, people looked, not for security, but for the man with the cleaning cart. One evening, Iria stood beside Jake at the viewport. You know, she said, most people think luck is random. Jake nodded. It's not. It's readiness, she continued. He smiled faintly. And staying positive when everyone else expects the worst. Outside, ships departed without incident. Inside, the station felt lighter. Luck hadn't chosen Jake. He radiated something stronger. self-assuredness without arrogance, positivity without noise. And when opportunity arrived, as it always does, it found him exactly where he was, still cleaning, still listening, still human. Because luck doesn't arrive early. It arrives when someone makes room for it.